you so much for that amazing insights that you shared. And I'm going to follow what Bryce said, what Sophie said. I'm also not an AI specialist. So leading from the front all the way to the back. But amazing, thank you so much. A lot of value, and I hope that my segment will give you some value as well. And so just an introduction quickly on myself. I have about 14 years marketing experience. I come from the corporate industry and the fitness industry. I then ventured into entrepreneurship, started Spot Media based on research where I interviewed business owners. Go to the next slide. And I found that business owners were challenged in time, skills, and knowledge when it comes to marketing. That was the birth of Spot Media 6 years later. And I'm also part of the Tygerberg chapter, the Tygerberg Committee Group that is part of the Cape Chamber of Commerce. And we basically work and handle about 300 businesses within the northern suburbs. So you're looking at Bellville, Brackenfell, Kraaifontein, Parow, Goodwood, Durbanville. So if you're in that space, please come and chat to me afterwards. I also have a segment on Radio 786 once a month. We talk about all things marketing to our businesses and the challenges that they face. And I'm also a certified trainer by the Combined Skills Group. So we are very involved with ICASI as well, with their training sessions. And well done to ICASI also on the work that they're doing. And also to everybody here, because you're also running NPOs and various organizations to make an impact. Been featured on various television segments as well as radio. So that's just a bit about me. But I think being involved in the digital space over the last couple of years with social media, because that's what we do as Spot Media, we focus on helping brands and businesses to grow their presence online using various digital marketing tools. So what we found is we still find in today's time many businesses and entrepreneurs not really using the tools to their full potential and growing, which is a bit challenging because further down the line there's going to be a transition period like we saw with COVID. So something happens, and if you haven't pivoted, if you haven't changed your business or organization, then you kind of fall behind. And I like that slide that Sophie shared earlier on about the lag, those who are lagging behind. I don't know if it's country-based, and if South Africa would probably be around there. Yeah, but we need to change that. And so the same with AI, the introduction of AI. I think there's been enough positive with regards to the first two speakers saying that we need to use it. So I don't want to hamper too much on it. I think we get the message. But a couple of statistics, firstly, just to put things in context, because we're always speaking to people and we don't really understand fully what the space is and how it's actually growing. So in the year 2022, that was when ChatGPT launched. Am I right, Bryce? So at the end of 2022, and by Jan 2023, they hit 100 million active users. So it shows you how quick and how fast that platform has grown with users. The second statistic I want to share with you is, stat is there's approximately 6 million searches taking place per month. 6 million searches taking place, and people are searching ChatGPT login. So people are searching, they're doing their research, they're logging in, but it's not to say that they're actually active users. So the first two slides really shows you that ChatGPT in a whole is being used, and consumers globally have already accessed the platform and are starting to access the platform. By the year 2025, as many as 97 million people will work in the AI space. So we often talk about job losses, and we often focus on the negative. However, there is a positive. AI is going to create many jobs out there in the future. And it's the same with the way technology evolved. If you remember back to the floppy disk, I don't know if you remember back to the box TV, it's not box TV, the box computer, how that evolved. Yes, people lost jobs there, people lost their work, but they transitioned, they changed the equipment, technology, and so on jobs were created. And so I think we need to kind of just change our perception and realize that this is not a doom and gloom. So IBM, as an example, they have put on a halt the hiring process within the admin and the HR departments. So what they've done was they're looking at the admin and HR and they're trying to figure out what administrative tasks can they incorporate using AI. However, they've realized that with the customer support segment, they are hiring a lot more people to manage the AI and to execute it. So on the one side, yes, you have where people are losing their jobs, but you're also trying to figure out how do you streamline, how do you make things a little bit more efficient. AI is expected to improve employee productivity by 40% by the year 2025. So interestingly, I want to read this because I won't remember. The National Bureau of Economic Research, what they did was they implemented an AI conversational assistant. So as part of their research, they implemented an AI conversational assistant. And what they did was they tracked about 5,179 customer support agents using this AI tool. And they then found a 14% boost in issues resolved per hour. 14% boost. So what we also found is with certain tasks, it takes you longer to complete. So if you're doing it manually, and I'm going to share with you a couple of tools now in the next couple of minutes, if you're doing it manually, it might take you 2 hours. But if we incorporate AI and specific tools with admin, with marketing tools, which I'm going to share with you now, you can actually save a lot of time. And when it comes to employees and your employees, it then allows them to move on to other tasks. So now you're getting people who are more productive and not taking so long on standard, ordinary, everyday tasks. So a couple of tools that I would like to share with you that you can actually start incorporating today into your organization. The first is Forms.app. And Forms.app is an online form builder. It allows you to create various forms, donation forms, sponsorship forms, contact forms. And what I did was I downloaded this app. There is a free version to it. And the free version allows you to, I think it's about 5 forms that you can create and that you can download and you can send to your recipients. So what I did was I created a form. And in the app, there's a small little text box. It allows you to ask and to prompt it. So I prompted it and I asked it to please create me a survey for my NPO event and with 9 questions. And this is what it put out. So it put out 9 questions, and this was like less than 15 minutes. Where I remember back to when I was using SurveyMonkey. Everybody familiar? It took me, I think, at least an hour to put together because I had to form the questions. And so this took me less than 15 minutes. And what it does, it saves it as a link, and that link you can send directly to the recipient. So if you have the email addresses, you can send it directly to them, and then they can complete it. And you are able to, I mean, just quickly, you have the individual's name, the surname, the contact details, which event did they attend, did they like the event, or will they probably attend events in future, what is the probability of them attending events in future, rate the quality of the event, so that Ikasi can actually use today. Yeah. So quickly, you can Google it, Forms.app, great tool for you to use. So if you have like 5 events in the year 2024, you can use this tool for various other forms as well. The second tool I would like to share with you is Magic Studio. So you can access Magic Studio either via Google, search Magic Studio, or through Canva. So Bryce asked a great question, and I knew 100% he's going to say yes, they all use Canva. And so if you have the premium version to Canva, you can access Magic Studio. And Magic Studio focuses on images and video content. That's predominantly what they focus on. And I have 2 examples here that I would like to share with you. The first example, is one where I asked Magic Studio, I prompted it. I was thinking of an image of someone drinking a coffee or having a coffee along with a donut alongside it. And so I put those words in it. And it provided me with this example, with this image over here. If you don't like it, you can change it, prompt it differently. So if you're looking for someone, perhaps maybe drinking a glass of water, someone by the swimming pool, maybe someone reading a book for your organization, then you can prompt it and it will shoot out various options available to you. So the one side is if you struggle to search for images, if you battle to find image content online, this is a great tool for you to use, especially when it comes to costs. So I know that in the NPO space, cost is always a challenge. And so when you're starting out, you might not have not be able to source a photographer to come and shoot content. And so when you're starting out, great tool for you to use. And as you grow, then invest in photography services. Secondly, second example is, this is our client, Matawi. So they create an eco-friendly gin. And what we did was we uploaded the image of the gin, of the bottle. We uploaded it into Magic Studio, and we asked Magic Studio to please provide us with a background that suits an eco-friendly gin for summer. And that's what it shot out. So that was the second example. And once again, you can prompt it, we're looking perhaps maybe for something else. And just so, by the way, so you know, we didn't use this on their socials. Not yet. So these are just two examples that I wanted to share with you with regards to Magic Studio. Third tool, MailChimp. And I deliberately went with MailChimp because I think everybody knows about it here, everybody's using it. And, oh, sorry, you're saying no? Oh, okay, okay, okay.
We're learning. What do you use? We don't do much.
Okay.
Yet.
So MailChimp is a platform that you can use to create newsletters, to communicate with your database. And so I think we must have a separate session on talking about developing your database, because that's also important as an organization. Okay.
I'm not going to sleep tonight.
And so there is another platform called Bevan. Bevan took over from Sendinblue, two newsletter platforms. But I went with MailChimp because I think a lot of people know about it and is familiar. But within MailChimp, there's a feature or a tool called Creative Assistant. And Creative Assistant is an AI tool that, once again, you can prompt it. We spend hours on newsletters and thinking how to design it, how to put it together. But the Creative Assistant shot out these 4 examples for me. So this is the image that you probably all saw or you received. And so our designer, Shaylin from Ikasi, she put this image together. And so what I did was I took the image, I uploaded it into MailChimp, and I asked the Creative Assistant to come up with 4 templates or various templates for us to use for a newsletter. And these were the 4 examples that it shot out. You can also, if you don't want this image, if you only want to upload an image of your product or your service or your work environment, you can do so. But the Creative Assistant, once again, it just allows you to save more time and to be a little bit more efficient so that you can move on to the next task. And by the way, I think the one I opted for was probably this one over here, because it was clear, it was to the point. That's the one I would go for as a choice. Next one. So chatbot, and I think Sophie touched on it a little bit. Chatbot is a messenger app that you are able to link to the back end of your social media channels as well as to your website. And we've got it linked to our website and to our Facebook page. And I don't know if you've ever experienced it when you search, if you message a Facebook page or a business on Facebook, there's a message that you get back, how can we help you? And then you normally click on that, and then there's 3 other messages. Are you looking for a product? Are you looking for a price? And this is basically what chatbot does. And so a great example was a BizBike, or is a BizBike. BizBike, they are based in Germany, and they offer electric bikes. And what they did was they started implementing a chatbot on the back end because they kept on receiving the same questions. And when they started doing that, they found that they have saved about 40 hours per month on basically just responding to questions. And that is how the chatbot helped their organization and brand. Chatbot offers nonprofits an opportunity to use their platform for free. And so here's a QR code, and you can scan it. If you scan it, Karin, let me know if it works. It should take you to a link directly. Once you open up the link, there's a form, there should be a form, and you can insert the details of your organization. You can submit it, and chatbot, they will obviously be in communication with you to use their platform. So that's a feature that they've offered to nonprofits. I think they probably working with about 250 nonprofits so far. So that is the last slide of my presentation. I wanted to share these tools and details with you. I hope that you found it valuable. Once again, lastly, don't be scared of the platforms. Play around with it, use it, and hopefully, I hope that in the next year, 2024, you will be able to see that your organization has grown since using various AI tools. Thank you so much.